Hey, Tina, how are you? Hey, Brenda. Thank y'all for coming. I'm trying to still get everything situated. Then I had computer problems, and yeah. So I think I got today figured out. I think. Quote me on. Let's see. Booklets won't be hard. That was just so we'd have something to look at. Oh, I know. I had a thing. Yesterday I had a thing. Where did it go? We could have made a booklet from it, and now I can't find it. See, that's how my desk works, you guys. Anybody else's desk work that way? Where you think you had something? I'm about to have a craft-a-lynch on my desk. Hey, Joe. Thank you for coming. Okay, that's my big stack of stuff that was going to make a craft-a-lynch. Let me get my coffee dyed paper. Ooh, and all the scraps of coffee dyed paper. Those might come in handy too. Okay, coffee dyed paper to put in booklets. That's a good thing to start. But I had a folded up thing. Oh, I need that. What am I doing? If nothing else, we'll do an envelope one again. But I don't want to do the same thing over and over. And I had... Okay, it's not there. Well, we'll figure it out. I did figure out the bug thing, though. Several things to do with bugs. So we'll come back to the booklet in a minute. So, hi, Happy Ray. How are you? Hi, Carrie. How are you? Thank you for coming. So today, we're going to... The bugs. I have a couple. Where did... Oh, I just lost. Oh, no. I have small postcards printed out, and I was thinking we could embellish the small postcards, and then we would have them available, or small anything. You could do index cards, so anything that you have small that could be embellished, we can embellish these, and then we'll have them to put in other journals and whatnots. And now it's what to embellish them with. So I have... And here's the bugs and other things. So I'm going to take out my little collection of bugs I put together that start with... Well, it's butterflies, bees, bugs, dragonflies. I'm just going to take them all out. And birdhouses aren't really that, but I had little bird charms, so I thought the little birdhouses would be cute with the little birds. These might be too big. They're bulky. Hey, bulky is a B word. That one's kind of, that one's kind of not flat either. So I'm trying to stay with flat, and I'm got where y'all can't even see what I'm doing. I'm trying to stay with kind of flatter bugs and stuff. And these came in my Happy Mail from Brenda, so I like them because they're little and they're flat. And they will work out perfect for this. So just colored cardstock, if you have colored cardstock, cut down to embellish. Altering a time card, altering index cards. Anything small will work that we're just going to make like a cluster on. I had other small things. Where did they go? That we could make smaller. Oh, here they are. Yeah. I have these little small library cards. They would be cute to cluster on because then you could just add them onto something. And I have little tiny guest checks. So these might be the best things. These little things to alter. And then you just need some kind of small ephemera-y things. Like, well, I'm just really not prepared, huh? We're going to cut a length of this off. So these would work because you can cut them apart, put them on here. Bling. I have bling somewhere. These little flowers. We'll take some of these out because they're kind of flat. And would, well, they're not flat. Those ain't going to work. Those won't work. They're not flat enough for a journal. So I'm looking to see. I'm just trying to look to see what I already have out in my scrappagey stuff on my desk that can be used without having to make more stuff. These are going to be in the shop. I had trouble with getting them to print out correctly, but there will be like, I think 3 sheets of those when they go up in Zibbet of the different sizes. So they'll be available in different sizes in Zibbet, but it would be one download. I had trouble with them printing out correctly without having to be resized, and I'm not wanting anybody to have to go through figuring out how to resize stuff. So I have this lace out that we can use. We'll cut a piece of this because that would make cute little snippety things and cute clustery things. So I'm just trying to work with what's out currently that I've already been using that is easy to get to. Sort of easy to get to. But my desk is a mess, guys. My desk is a mess. Because I'll tell y'all honestly what my problem is. I go from one project to the next project to the next project without really cleaning up anything. It just gets moved around. And then I end up in this situation. And we have some of these little flat back things. Hey, Vanessa. We have some of these we could put on here. And they're not any bigger than our bugs or any thicker. And y'all probably can't see those because I can't see them. So we're going to have to change something. One moment. Hopefully this will be better. We're going to work off the coffee dyed paper. I got to get a better backdrop piece because some things are not showing up good on camera. That's better. And those little gestures. So we're just going to start playing with something. I do have flower cards I could cut out. I have, those are maps. These little buttons that I made that have little flowers on them. They would be good to use. There's a little clock one. And they're all up here in a bin. So there's all of those. There's these little flower things we can cut flowers off of and stuff. So I think we're good. We have enough stuff to work with at this point. And I apologize I was late this morning. Right. Yeah, that's a good idea, Brenda. I could tape a couple of sheets of cardstocks together and put here. The 12 by 12s would be great. Thank you. So I'll do that for tomorrow. Had computer issues this morning. This not been my day so far. Had to reboot, all that stuff. So, but we're good. And ready to go. So, I think let's take one of these little tiny guest checks. And we can take one of these little flowery things. And I snip as much of this netting away as I can, and the flowers still stay together. So we can take and put the little, and take a piece of this lace. So we're just going to build a cluster on here. And do we really want that? Probably not. We could use Dollar Tree. Oh, that would be pretty. We could use some of these Dollar Tree flowers because they're flat. But we're going to go back to that one for now. But we have the little bin over here open. And I have some other little blingy parts we could use. And then we could put on this one. Where's the middle snips? So with these, what I do, if I'm going to glue it down, I just snip off the little loop. And now he's ready to be glued. And we can just glue him on here somehow, some way. There we go. What do y'all think? Once we glue it all down. And that lace is not showing up. So what you can do there, let me get out my 3 favorite colors of ink. These ink pads, I don't know if I've ever used the Studio G stuff. It doesn't dry. Hi, Maddie. How are you? And so what I have found it's good for is pretty much what we're going to do. Because it'll dry on the lace. But if you put it on paper, I've let it sit for over 24 hours and it not dry. So now that lace will show up. Our little flower. And our little dragonfly. And then this can be used to embellish something else. Like a book pocket or something later. So we're just pulling from our stash of stuff. So I like that. So now we need tacky glue. And I'm just going to put some bigger dots in his wings and down his little tail. And there we have it. This could also go on a paper clip. So I don't have any paper clips. I have these, but I was going to use them for something else in a moment. But you could put this on a paper clip. Put something else on the back of it. And that would make a really cute paper clip to put on a page. So we're just going to set that aside to dry. And if it buffers you guys, let me know. Right now, it looks like everything is good. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. They will be in the Zibbet store now that I've got the printing of them figured out, and the little library in different sizes. I also have time cards that will be in different sizes. Library cards, time cards, the guest check, and there's something else, but I don't remember what it is that I've shrunken. I love to play in. So now we'll get another little guest check. And on this one, since I have the wire cutters out here, I'm going to just cut a link off of here. Oh, I said I'm going to, there we go. Cut the link off. And we'll get rid of that little piece. And what we're going to do with this, just going to put a bead of glue across the top. And lay that down just as flat as I can get it to go. Got these little cute bits in it. So we're going to start, and y'all can't see that. The camera is not, and I can't zoom in with the way this is set up, but there we go. And on that one, we can put, I'm just looking around at my desk to see what we got. Because I got all kind of stuff out here in my little scrap bucket. Okay, that's not a scrap. That actually goes to something. Okay. Ooh, the purple would be pretty. We'll take purple. And we're going to go with the smaller one since it's already cut small. That's kind of too big still. Let's cut that in half. And for this, oops, thinking stapler. There it is. So I'm just going to hold it because we're going to cover it up. And staple it. And this is a very old stapler, you guys. Okay, so now we've got that stapled on there. And we can cover that up with, where did the little rose snippet go? Oh my. Okay. This, see this, does this happen to you guys? There it is. It was buried under my little box. Where you just, you know you just had it, but then you lost it that fast. Take one of these little roses off of here. And we're going to put it right there. And that hides our staple. And then, why don't we put, that's a birdhouse. We're going to get to birdhouses. One of these bees on here. And again, I'm just going to snip off this little top part, the loop. And because this is hollow on the back, it's going to take a glob of glue, just to be honest. So I'm going to put, you have to fill up that center part. If you don't, it's not going to stick. And it's going to take a minute to dry because of that much glue. I think we're just going to put him, maybe like this going toward our flower. And so now we have this. Focus, camera. It's not going to focus today. And I need to find a spot to set it to dry. Where do we put? There's the other one. We'll just set it right there to dry. Now, another thing I have is left over from using Genevieve's kit. She has all these cute little things in her kit. And they're on pages that when I made the album, we used the other parts of the paper, but not these parts. But here's the thing. These little tags on here work just as good. So any kind of small shrunken tag. Oh, Brenda, that's a good idea. Double up tape in the V backings. So what I was going to do with this is I have the paper clip. And I want to poke the hole in here first. And I don't want to poke a big hole in it because I want to put a jump ring through here. So I'm just going to use these little wire pliers. They poke little holes in jewelry. Makes a big enough hole to get, and that's not where I wanted it to be. Let's get a different paper. I need the hole closer to the top. So this is kind of ignore where she put her little ring things, because we need the hole where we need the hole. Okay, so it's at the top. And when I slide this over the paper clip, I will be able, I don't know if y'all can see that. You can go all the way through the hole with the jump ring. So that's what I'm aiming for. So we're going to just glue this on here. And this is just a ticket folded in half. And I want to line that up again with the loop on the paper clip. And flip it over. And I'm going to have to trim. That's okay. And make sure that I left that open all the way through. Now, if you don't have those little tiny wire pliers or the hole punchers, use your awl. Your little pokey tool that you have will do that same thing. Hi, Susan. Thank you for coming. So you can do the same thing with your pokey tool. So if you don't have the little hole, this little hole puncher, use your pokey tool. I have that because I used to do jewelry, but the pokey tool would work. Okay, so now we're going to open this jump ring. And these are usually pretty easy to open. And let's put on here I thought I had some butter. Oh, wait, here's some more stuff. That butterfly is too big. I thought I had some smaller ones. We have these. We'll put one of these on here. They are very small, thin. And is that more than one? Because these are very thin. Nope, that's just one. So we're going to thread it through and thread our jump ring through that hole. And then get my finger unstuck. Well, I had it just a second. Oh, my goodness. It's stuck on something. is it not wanting to go through there? There it goes. And then once you have it all hooked together, we're just going to twist this jump ring back together. Like I said, these are pretty easy to twist and close with just your fingers, except I'm bending it. Let me get my pliers. And they should be on my table. But I don't think they are anymore. So, 2 set of flat nose pliers, 1 on each side, and then you just twist it until it goes together. And now we have this, which could be hung from a bulb pin on the side. It could be a paper clip, which it is a paper clip, but you could also put fibers through the top of this. So I like those because there's so many different things you can do with it. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for coming. How are you today? So we're going to just put this over here to dry with our other stuff. And then now another thing that I've done with these is I have cut them apart and made them into 2. And use the regular hole punch. And you add it to the top of a tag. We can embellish this. Just like we were embellishing the other small things, this is just another small thing. So, I'm going to cut off another piece of the little rose lacy parts. And get rid of the extra netting. I don't know that that's going to show up on there, though. It does. We can put this on here. And we can take one of these little hummingbirds. And it also has one of those little ring things on it, because these are charms. And we'll just snip that off. And he won't take so much glue. I love these little charms, Brenda. Because they're perfect for paper crafting. And we'll just put him on there like this. Now, what I would do with this is when I'm, when you put your strings through your tag. Oh, wow. Yes, that could be pinned to a vest. Exactly. So with this, what I do is when I line it up with the hole in the tag and run the ribbon through it. So it's a little hanger on a tag. So we're going to set that one aside to dry. And any of these could be done that way. Take one of these little small guest checks. We'll do that real fast. We will poke a hole in the top. Hopefully that's kind of center. And we'll cut off another little snippet of this pretty lace. Not that the other lace isn't pretty. That's too big of a snippet. Well, we could put it the other way. We'll cut off a piece of this purple. We're going to just layer this one all up. Cut off a piece of the purple. And then we could put, I have an idea for that butterfly, but there were more of those. One of these little teeny tiny dragonflies. They're so cute. They're like little babies. Right there. And we could put another one like going that way. We're going to cut their little circles off. And let me hold this up so you can see it. And then we're going to glue it all down. Can y'all see that? So, and then this could go on a tag. So let's just remove everything. Yeah, that shows up. Well, we're going to make it purple. A little purple. I love using the little ink pads to color the lace because it's like instant dry colored lace. Okay. And then we'll put this on here, like how we had it, kind of toward the middle. And run like a little bead of glue down the middle to put this lace on, or ribbon. And for the little dragonflies, I'm going to hold this up so you can see, hopefully. It has this little loop on the end. Right there. That's for hanging it. We're just going to snip that off because we don't need that. And it's weird because autofocus works if I go through Hangouts, or not the autofocus, but I can zoom in. But going through webcam, I don't have the option to zoom in. And it just is weird. I can bring the camera. Oh, if I do that, it's going to. Nope, there we go. I can bring the camera down. Did that help, guys? So we're not so far away? That's the only way that I can zoom in on here, actually. Hey, Misty, how are you? And I must have missed something. Hi, Judy. Thank you for coming. How are you today? Okay. So we got that one. Now I'm going to just snip off this loop on this one. Try to hold it under the camera. But the camera won't focus. Okay. I'm going to have to pull up camera settings and see what I can do because that's annoying. Okay, so now we're just going to put glue on the back of these. And then I'm going to pull up the camera settings, and it auto-focused one time. We're going to glue this one like that. I love making these little tiny embellishments. And then having them made in your stash just to pull from when you're making other things is great. And so we have that. But it's not going to focus today. Let me see if I can get that real fast. Something's not working right. My computer went all haywire. I had all this. We didn't have this issues yesterday. And then I had to reboot. So who knows what happened on the reboot. Let's see. Let's turn. Okay. I turn. Can you see that now better? There we go. So let me hold them all back up, since now we got the camera working correctly. And we made this one. Oh, it's not going to focus. See, I don't understand why it'll focus once and then it just doesn't do it. Oh, because the focus went way. I don't know what happened with that focus. Okay, we're going to leave autofocus off. That's good. There we go. So there's that one. And we made this one. And it's got the little bling at the top. And then we made this one. And we made this one with the butterfly and the ring at the top. So, let's see. I'm going to take one of the little mini library cards. And I'm not inking because I don't know what I'm going to use this stuff in. But if we take a library card and we take another snippet of this, I love this lace. Maybe not that much of a snippet. Just like that. And we're going to make this one pink. This paper is going to be really pretty when I'm done. All these different colors down here in this corner. And we may or may not be able to use that paper. Or I want to put this butterfly. Like so. And then kind of in the middle where that little hole is. Oops. Let me close these before I lose all of them. We can put glossy accents and put that little pearl in there. And I know y'all can't see this, so I'm going to glue it all together and then I'll hold it up. Let me just set my little pearl aside. If I actually do this right, I'll get a bead of glue that comes up through that hole. Yep. Now I'm going to wipe some of that off with a paper towel. I'm just going to dab it. It dries clear, but I don't want all that coming up like that. Okay, and it's going to need the glossy accents. So I'm going to put just a dot of glossy accents right where I want it to be. And then we're going to move our little pearl to the middle. And it's way too much glossy accents on there. So I'm going to pull some of that off. Get this up here where I can see it. Okay, so we have that. And that glue is going to dry clear, so I'm not going to worry about my glue. And you could poke a hole in here and again run it on a tag. We could put this on a paper clip embellishment. Why don't we do that? Well, we can't till it dries. But we could put it on here on this paper clip, which we would need to trim it. And we could put something else on the back that's flat. And then you have a place to put a bead dangle or something. So we'll set this and the paper clip aside to dry. And then we'll come back to that one. And we'll give it a, we'll put another library card with it to alter on the back side. Okay. So what do y'all think about making all the little mini embellishments? Thank you, Joe. Oh, Sandra, my name is Brenda. I'm sorry. I was busy building and not looking at chat. And so let's see. Let me go back up on the chat to see what I have missed. Thank you, Misty, that they're cute. And Joe's getting ready to go out of town for the weekend. I am so glad. And it took me a minute when I saw that, Misty, to realize that was you, because I haven't seen that in so long. Your channel name. I'm so glad you got it back. The webcam is a, Logitech. It's a good camera. It's just the autofocus and stuff. I can autofocus it if I'm not on live. If I'm on live going through the webcam, or you can't zoom at all. But if I go through Hangouts, I can zoom in and out. But Hangouts has such a lag. I hate using Hangouts. It's now that I figured out how to do it this way, because there's not as much of a lag. I am much better, Brenda, or Misty. And Judy's multitasking and hanging out. Cool. That's always good. I know, the tiny dragonflies. I ordered some. Now they're not like the ones Brenda sent, those little baby ones, but I have to figure out what charms box I put my stuff in, because I've got 3 little charms bins up here. Let me move my clip. I got some from Karen Gillespie. Here they are. They are tiny and they're silver, but rubbing buff will fix that. And let me get one out instead of a little package of 5. I ran out of charms, so I ordered them. These are tiny, but they are also one-sided. Well, Brenda's are. They're still tinier than, say, this one. But they're not as cute and tiny as that one. I kind of like this kind of tiny, cute, that cute and tiny. But these are good. And because they're flat on the back, they glue down real easy. And they work to hang on on a tag, because they're flat on the back. They hang flat. I'm just going to dump everything in this bag that doesn't go in this bag. I want to keep, maybe we should keep a couple of these out to use. And I think I had some butterflies also in there, because I ran out of charms. And so her store, I can link it below. She has a Facebook store. Yes, I have butterflies. And the butterflies, we're going to just put some. We'll use a couple or 3. I think that's all, because I went through here and pulled stuff out to use for this today. Make sure my drawer goes back in correctly, because those drawers will go in backward, and then it's a pain to get them back out again. Oh, bless you, Judy. Tweezers help. Okay, Joe, that's fine. Right, Misty, that's true. It will keep everything straight. Oh, cool, Brenda, thanks. So these little butterfly ones are also a bead. I don't know if you can see that. So there's a hole up the middle, so you could string these. I have put them in the middle of my signatures, run the thread through, and put the knot at the bottom in some journals, because they're cute like that. So I like them for that reason. It's a bead, it's a charm. So we're just going to keep all of these little things out now. And I'm going to get rid of my little baggies. Okay, so we're going to continue working on the little guest checks. I like this. And let's see, do I have a full size? I do. Just so y'all can see. That is a full size guest check. That is the shrunken down guest check. I don't know what the percentage on that is, but it's way small. I know I can't, it's hard because we run out of things. Like I ran out of charms and was making something and needed charms. What are you going to do? You know, because I use the insect charms a lot. And then that's the next size. These are the 3 sizes that you'll get when you do the download from my Zibbet once I get it uploaded in there. But that's so you can see. I like the paper clip size because I make a lot of altered paper clips, you guys. So these are what I call my paper clip size ones. Okay. So we're going to do this lace again. I like this lace. Just a small piece, a snippet. And we'll do another blue one. And then also in my little bag over here, I get rid of that big long purple piece. I had some. Ooh, we need to pull those out of my baggie. That would be pretty. We'll go with that one. There's another little snippet of lace we can use on something. And there's a rose. I don't want to use that. Whoops. And we'll keep that out because I want to use that. Okay. I like this. And I don't know that we're going to need the lace behind it. Probably not. Thank you for the link, Misty. It's blurry. Right, Susan. And it's unfortunate. I can't focus off. See, that's way bad. Let's see. Back it down. How's that? Is that better? And thank you for telling me. It looks better to me. And see, let me look on YouTube. Let me turn my phone. Not really. It is better. Okay. See, it's hard to adjust it on the computer. I can move it maybe. And I'm waiting now to see on the phone what that did. There we go. Now, these are going to be blurry. Because they're blurry in person. They're just blurry. So is that better? It is so hard to get this adjusted. I really liked going live from my phone so much better. Just to be honest, guys. And then YouTube took that away. Oh, yeah, Brenda. I have painted these small charms before. And it is a lot of fun to paint them. I do not, Judy. These, now, the other Brenda may sell charms. I don't know how she wants to do. That's up to her. She's fine to me as Happy Mail. But these other little charms I purchased from Karen Gillespie through Facebook. And she has a store that she sells all this stuff. Okay. So I think I'm going to glue this down And maybe put one of the silver ones on there. I kind of like, or maybe switch it. Put the flower toward the top and have the dragonfly. I like that. But I'm wanting to make sure I leave room if I want to put a hole in it. I have that option later. And my flowers, these are flowers that I make, and they're just backed with a piece of paper for gluing purposes. And it's got a thread or something hanging on it. And now I'm going to snip off the little loop of the dragonfly. Making sure not to snip his little wings, because we want his wings on there. And I don't want him to have little antennas. And I am so off camera. Sorry, you guys. Oh, it's got a sharp point. Okay. So now he's all snippeted. And I'm just going to put a dot of glue right in the middle. And I want him to go the other way. Swing him around like that. There we go. Now let me pick this up because I know y'all are having trouble. And that's still so blurry. There we go. So there's that one. Put it over there to dry. And we have a pink flower. But I'm going to hold off on the pink flower for a moment. Little teeny tiny pieces. If you have the patience, guys, this was like a really small snippet of lace that was left over that I tied into a bow. I think they're very cute and darling. We're going to stick this little bow on here. And then we're going to build around the bow. And so I think I want another bee. And I'm going to use Brenda's idea. Double-sided tape stacked up together to get the bee to be how we need the bee to be. Well, that was a lot of bees, wasn't it? So I'm going to take the double-sided tape, because that was a great idea. Oh, wait, the foam tape. Brenda sent me this great big roll of foam tape, you guys, in a Happy Mail. Hi, Susan. Thank you for coming. And I'm going to use a couple of pieces of this. And it is double-sided foam tape, which is very cool. And I am off camera because this roll is so gigantic. But it's wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to cut some little rectangles of this. Stick it. I'll trim it if I have to trim it. I only think I need one little piece of foam tape. So I'm going to put that back on its sticky pad. And save it, because we may need it again. Oh, I didn't cut his little circle off. We will modify him. So all I did was put a little rectangle of foam tape in the middle. And we're going to sticky him down. And I want to put one of those little flowers from the lace right there. And I'm going to trim that part off. Okay. And I'm just going to put a circle of glue or a dot of glue. And put my little flower down in there. I got a hair. And there that is. I think that's very cute. Okay. Now what we want to do is take another little guest check. I love these little guest checks. Okay. And I want to put one of the little bird houses. And is that just one? It is. A little bird house and a little hummingbird. I think that is just cute. And then what can we do? Maybe put just this piece of lace behind. Just so that there's something. And then we're going to just glue them down, but we got to get rid of their little tops. Brenda, I really like these. These are so awesome. Okay. And for the hummingbird, he doesn't need a lot of glue. And the birdhouse won't either. Oh, wait, we should glue the lace first. And I'm going to make that go cockeyed. The house is going to need some double sticky tape again. So, we already have that out. That foam tape. And just to make sure it sticks good, I am going to put a little bit of glue in the birdhouse. And I am building this completely off camera, you guys. Because my camera used to be aimed at the front of my desk. There we go. That'll help. Okay, so we've got this glued on here. Except my tape isn't sticking to my glue yet. Okay. That's not wanting to stick. So I'm going to put glue behind it just to help hold it. There we go. I'm going to press down on that for a second. Oh, cool, Brenda. That is true. Oh, thank you, Judy. I like that. I know. When I opened my Happy Mail box and that was in the top of it, I was like, whoa, I won't need any foam tape stuff for a long time. And I put the glue on my little hummingbird and I see that it's already starting to dry. So I'm going to put another little dot. And we're just going to put the little hummingbird on here, going toward his little house. Push the little house down again because it is not wanting to stick. So here's what we're going to do with the little house. I'm going to clamp it until it takes. These little clamps are great, you guys. Harbor Freight. And they're not expensive. If you get them at a craft store, they are expensive. Okay. So we've made a bunch of bugs. Butterflies, birds, and bugs. So what do y'all think about this? And then you have all these little things. Oh, we got to come back to this one. Let's make the other side of that. You have all of these little things that you can use in your projects as you're making them. So on this one, this is kind of a thicker piece of lace. And I don't think we're going to use it for that reason. That's a little flower. We had this little tiny snippet we could put to the side. And we have this butterfly on this side. So it's what do we want to put over here? And that's kind of flat, which is good. We could put a bee. Something. Yeah, I don't know. Why is it buffering? Okay, let's see. If that fixed it. Go out and come back in, guys. That's what I did, and mine is no longer buffering. And I'm going to type that in chat as soon as I can get chat to come back up. In case you can't hear me. Okay. Right, because I had to go out and come back in, and it's fixed. So, because it kept doing that yesterday on everybody's lives. It just kept doing that. I had the problem yesterday. Maddie had a problem when she went live. I don't know what it is with YouTube. Because if you go out and come back in, then it's really not the person or their internet. It's a YouTube. And Sandra says it's been good. All you got to do to stop the buffering is leave and come back. And it will stop it. I don't know why that works, but that's what I did. I know if we had no more YouTube, I don't even watch TV anymore, you guys. I watch YouTube. I don't watch TV. So if I had no YouTube, I don't know what I would do. Okay, so I'm going to leave our little butterfly, that bee, to do that. We're going to put a little bit of this pink on here. I put foam tape with glue in the bee. We may have to clamp him. Okay. And we're going to put this right down here, like so. Put a little dot over here for our flower to go on. And I'm going to add just a tiny bit to the back of this foam tape to help it stick. And there's our bee. And so there's this one. Except I don't want the bee so straight. Let's turn him a little bit. I like it when they're flying kind of crooked. And there we have that. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Thank you for coming. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. This one is dry enough that we can apply it to our paper clip. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue on here. Put this on the paper clip. And we are going to trim. Make sure I have it straight, which I do not. There we go. Trim the bottom of this off. And then we're going to put this on the back of that. So we're going to set these back up here to dry again. Okay, so the title of the video is Booklets and Bugs or whatever. So we need to make a booklet. So what to make the booklet from? I want to make a small booklet. So I was thinking take an envelope and make a smaller booklet like this. And if you wanted to make it where it has pockets, we can do that in a moment. So let's just glue our little flap down. And this will allow me to use all my little mini embellishments that I made for that project, for the design team project that I didn't get to use. The entry for that design team, for the Artzology design team. I shrank down some stuff and that I didn't use all of. Okay, so I'm just going to move this off to the side for just a moment. Make room for my cutter. Because I just want to barely snip these edges off. And I'm going to line this up. Hopefully my envelope is straight. And move that to where it's barely under the cutter. And I'm going to do the same for over here. Okay. So now what'll happen is when we fold this in half to make our cover, we will now have a pocket and, if I can get this to cooperate, a pocket. So now it's what are we going to put on the cover? So for on our cover, oh, and I found the original thing I was looking for to make a booklet. We'll work on that. For on the cover, we have all these embellishments we made. Some of those would be great on a cover. We could put a doily and decorate the doily because this is a small book. We could put a doily where it's halfway on and wraps around the back. Oh, I kind of like that idea. So let's open our envelope back up. And then we will I don't think I have enough glue out here for this doily. Put our doily on here. So this is something you can do without a printer. Coffee dyed envelope, colored doily. And then if we fold it back in half, now it's what are we going to do with the rest of our cover? So let's see. I'm leaning toward, my envelope doesn't want to stay. I could put this on the cover here. I kind of like that. And it's got that bling across the top. What do you guys think? Missy says it's cute. So that would be a cute little cover. So I think we're going to do that. Or is this the paperclip one? No. We made a paperclip. Oh, here's the paperclip. You could put a paperclip, but we're going to not put the paperclip. We're going to do this. And just, I like it kind of skewed at an angle. I like it. We're going to turn it over. And I'm going to put glue down the back. And now we got to measure, because how big is our book? Our pages are going to be, we need 6 inches long because it's just under 3 would work. I think that's good. Yep, 6 inches long. And they need to be less than, well, right at 3.5 might work. So 6 by 3.5 for our pages. So let's look to see what we have page-wise. I have these 3 sheets of coffee dyed paper. But let's see what I have over here we can use. Coffee dyed paper as well. Oh, here we go. Here's where my stash of coffee dyed paper is, you guys. So we have this lined paper. We might cut one of those up. We could cut up one of these. And Susan, I am mailing. Oh, Susan left, didn't she? If she watches the replay. Susan, I'm mailing your package this weekend with your matte paper. Let's cut up one of those. So this is going to get us all different kinds of paper to go in our little book that we're making. And we need them to be 6 by 3.5. So, and this cutter doesn't really go to 6. It doesn't. Where's my ruler? We're going to do it like this. 1 to 6 is like way out here. I just needed to know how far past the line to bring it. We're going to go that far. And then if I have to trim some off, I have to trim some off. So 6 inches. Now we need it to be 3.5. Roughly. So there's that page. And let's check that. Where did our envelope go? Oh, it's right here. So let's check the paper. Yes. So 3.5 is good. So we have that paper. And 3.5 on that one. And we have this nice little piece of scrap left over. And then this is, we could get a 6-inch piece, but the lines are going to go wrong. That's fine. I don't want to waste paper. So we'll do 6. And then 3.5. On the matte paper, let's get the 3.5 first. Oh, let's get 3.5. Now we're going to go for 6, was about that long. And that leaves us a little scrap we can use for something else. So let's do that again. 3.5. Oh, wow. Yeah, the library cards in the front of those books are awesome. And we need 6 again. And I may have to trim some of this off because this cutter doesn't go to 6 inches. That's fine. We'll get to that. And then another little scrappy piece. And then we're going to just do some plain coffee dye. We're going to do the 3.5 first. And we're going to estimate our 6. Scrap in our paper. 3.5. And just kind of estimate the 6. And our scrap paper. And I think this is plenty enough pages for this little small journal. Well, we'll do one more. Use the rest of this coffee paper. 3.5 by our 6. Okay. So here we have our little booklet pages. So let's see, we got 3 coffee dyed, 2 maps, and 3 of the lined papers. So I'm going to do coffee dyed, map, lined, coffee dyed, map, lined, coffee dyed, and lined. That works. Now we just have to, I'm going to slide all this back because we need to keep our coffee dyed paper where y'all can see what I'm doing. We're just going to fold them in half. So this is a really simple, basic pocket journal made really fast. Something you can, this is something I could put in a front pocket on my purse. And put little notes in. Let's fold that this way. So all I'm doing now is just folding them and putting them together. Just like for any other journal. Oops. I'm going to have to do more paper on that rack that I use because that's just cool. And I'm going to turn it the next time. Brenda told me that I should have or redipped the paper and then turned it the other way to get a checkerboard pattern. I am going to try that. That I think would be awesomely cool. I didn't think of that. But see, this is where it helps to like do stuff like we're doing. You're going to scan the puppy. Where we're, you know, you're talking to other people, you get other ideas because it's not something that I thought of. I was like, oh, the grid didn't come out because it's a checkerboard like gridded thing. And I was like, oh, my grid didn't. I never thought about double dipping the paper and redoing it to get lines the other way. So there we go. There are our papers all folded. Here is our little cover, and we are going to need to trim. Okay, this is really how I do it, guys, because my cutters won't handle this. I get scissors, and I simply trim the edges of the paper. And now it's almost perfect. And I think perfect is overrated sometimes. It's all handmade. And we can get rid of those little scraps. So what I'm going to do for this particular one, because it's just going in a pocketbook or something like that, to the middle, I'm going to grab my really old mucky looking stapler, because it will staple these. And I'm going to put some two staples in the middle of this. And there we have it. And we have just made a little teeny tiny journal with all these cute little pages in it. And what we could do with some of these cutoff pieces is make pockets if you wanted to put pockets. So any of these little cutoff pieces that we have, this would make a really cool pocket. Ooh, let's do that. Let's cut it in half. I like a pocket in the center to put little notes and stuff in. And then Elmer's glue for this. Which is clogged up from yesterday. And it's still clogged. I think I got it that time. So we're just going to put this in here. Little thin bead of glue. And across the bottom. And we are going to glue this. Oh, let's make sure we match these lines up how they go. And I'm going to trim the edge off of this one, because it was a little longer than it needed to be, and it might still be. Just a tiny bit. Let's just a little itty bitty bit. There we go. And we're going to trim, we're going to put a little tiny bead of glue is what we're going to do. Here, across the bottom, and down this side. And we're going to glue it. Let me get these little scraps out of my way. There we go. Now see, like these little ephemeras that we made? Like we made this, it could go in this pocket. So there's the pocket. There's our cover with our little bee and stuff on it. There's the back of our little booklet, and that little paper is not, it's this one. It's the pocket paper sticking out. So I'm going to trim that off. There we go. And there we have it. Your tiny little booklet. What do you guys think? That would be cute to put in like a happy mail, a thank you card, a thank you gift. You love that, Misty? Thank you. So this is just something tiny and cute that we can do all kind of stuff with, really. You could put little pockets in here from you could take these little guest checks. Well, let's use one we made. Like that one's got a hole in it. Let's find a different one. You could take this one, and that's kind of bulky. In a regular journal, it would work, but not so much in this one. Here we go. You could take this little dragonfly one, stick it on the side of the page, and make it a tuck. Why don't we do that? Let's put it. Let's put it over here. So in this case, we're just going to run a bead of glue. Down this one side, carefully, and down this bottom. And more glue came out than I wanted. And we can put it in our little journal. Then these little tiny tags. Well, this is kind of a bigger tag. But what you could do in this case is this. Whack off the bottom. You could put that in there. You could take... I have other stuffs. I have another one of these that could go in that tuck spot. A tag like this size could go in here. And make like little journaling cards. So just different things. We'll leave that one in there, but kind of loose because I don't want it to get in the glue. So you could embellish this, add little things to it. You could even, if I can find one, take one of these butterflies. Let's find a different page. And we're going to put it down here in the corner. But what we're going to do, and we're going to make sure we get the right side, we are only going to put glue on the little bottom part of the wings. And maybe to right there. And we're just going to glue it on the corner. And that's going to have to dry for a second. And then, you guys, if you have little cutoff strips like this, here's what these are good for. Let's measure. Which we're not going to put it on that page. It would make a cute belly band in this kind of a journal. And that's why I saved my cutoffs. And now this one is perfect for a paper clip. So I have a small mini belly band and a paper clip from a scrap piece of paper. And on this one, you could take like a piece of this lace and put it, let's just build this while we wait on our butterfly to dry. A piece of this ribbon, we need the tacky glue for this. Down the middle. And it slid a little bit, so we're going to slide it back. So now we have that. Put that back in my bin. And it's not exactly centered, so I'm going to try to center it a little bit. Okay. So now we have that. And then on here, we could put one of the birdhouses. Or we could take just some of the dragonflies, which I kind of like. A dragonfly there. We could put one of the bigger dragonflies. I don't kind of like that. maybe a baby one. Flip him over because he's upside down. Let's just do baby ones if I have enough. So a baby dragonfly, and a baby dragonfly. And that's a cute embellishment. Now, if you wanted to put it across the pocket, you could do the same thing. Just turn your dragonflies around a little bit. So where did my little metal snippers go? Bye, Misty. Thank you for coming. Okay, cool. That would be awesome. So I'm snipping off their little circle things. Because we don't need these at all. Okay. Now I'm going to just put little dots of glue where I want to put these. And I'm going to have them going. One of them's going to go. It didn't go where I wanted it. Come on, little dragonfly. I'm trying to turn it a little bit, and it's not wanting to rotate. There we go. And I want to put this one going that way a little bit. Okay, I need to trim. He's got a problem with his little wingy, his little loopy thing didn't come off correctly. There we go. Now put him back. And then this one is going to go like that. Okay, so that's how those are going to go. And let me peel this up so y'all can see it. And then we're going to still let that dry for a minute. And we still got to work on our paper clip one more time. Okay, so let's see. So now with this, what you can do is it's now a tuck spot. You could tuck something in like this at an angle. So you could put like a little square of paper. You could tuck something like this in here because we made that into a tuck spot. So because we left his little wings open, he's now a tuck. So something like that. Now these came from Fire Mountain Gems last year. They were called laser cut butterfly charms. That's what you would have to look for. But I'm sure you could probably get them on Etsy or eBay. Just look for laser cut charms, and they're these little flat ones like this. Okay, so I'm going to look for another page now to put this belly band on. Think we'll put it back here. And I'm going to need to trim a little bit. So I'm going to trim off a little at the top. And a little at the bottom. And I cut that so crooked. How about we cut that a little bit straighter? I think that'll fix it. And I see that my paper's crooked. Okay, so now we can put our little belly band on here. And all that needs is, oh, our dragonfly fell off. That's the one that didn't want to stick. I put in more glue. We'll wait a minute before we glue the belly band. So while we're waiting on our belly band, let's go back to our paper clip. We have this. We made the bee for the other side, which I can see is not dry yet. Oh, wait. We don't need a new paper clip. We need the back of this paper clip. No, we need tacky glue. Right glue for what we're doing. And I don't want it to go past the edge of my ticket. And that is not glued down. That's what I was looking at. I'm trying to be careful because I see that this is not all the way dry. That should work. And we're going to just set that aside to finish drying. Thank you, Judy. I think I can try to flip this over carefully. And I'm going to put just a tiny bit of the glue at the top because we're making the belly band, and a tiny bit at the bottom. And we're just going to glue it down. So now we have a tiny belly band in our book. We have the pocket in the middle, which is kind of hidden. But we could decorate the pocket, you guys. We have the stuff we've been decorating with today. So let's just say, whoops, we cut our lace in half. What's left of my little snippet. And let's use the blue again, because I think it'd be pretty with that. So now we have our blue. And we can put a piece here and a piece over here. And we can build on it. We could take a guess check and put on the pocket sideways. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's glue these down first. I kind of like, or wait. Or wait. These ones have black lines on them, but this one needs to be trimmed more. The reason I was like, wait, we could kind of put them on here cockeyed a little bit. Staying within the confines of our pocket. So we may want to put our lace on first then. Yeah. Okay, this needs a little bit more over here for the lace to stick, because it's not wanting to stick. And tacky glue is great. It dries clear and it will hold your lace on here. And then I'm going to add some to the back. Now, I've already got some over there, but I'm going to add some to the back. And make sure that this is on here. I don't care if it sticks up from the top. We don't want it to stick down from the bottom. Okay. there's something bumpy on the other side of this, preventing it from sticking. See, and that ink does not dry, you guys. I'm going to put a lot more on here. And another thing I've learned with tacky glue, if you wait a minute, it will stiffen up or get tackier, and then it will adhere better. So, we're just going to put that on there. And we're going to put this lace down. Take this other one with the black lines. And squirt some glue on it. Let it get tacky. I'm now going to take this one and put it over here askewed on our pocket. Let's just do it like that. Well, no, I got glue on it. Let's keep it on the page. I don't want the little pointy part hanging off. And I'm getting blue ink on it from my fingers because this ink doesn't dry. We will snip this little corner off. Like that. Okay, we're going to let that sit. Now we're going to take this one. And I need to make sure I get glue to the corners. And kind of do it the same way. Just sticking on here a little crooked. See, that one stuck down much better. Now it's, what are we going to put on it? And I'm kind of voting for these again because they're really flat. I love these because they are so flat. And they don't add bulk. And the colors on them go with everything. Okay, there's that one. And there's that one. And I'm going to hold this down. Bye, Judy. Thank you for coming. You have a great day. Okay. Then we're going to just put the flowers on this part of our pockets. Yep. Yeah. And then for these, let's just do the little birdhouses. Put a little birdhouse on each one. And we're going to need the double-sided foamy stuff again. And I done used all of that I had cut off. So I'm just going to cut off another little snippet. And get one piece for each one of these little houses. That stuff is sticky. And we're just going to put it in there. I'm going to need to trim this one off. That's not a problem, though. We'll just pull it up a little bit. Oh, if my scissors would quit flattening it back down. Okay, where's those? I had a small. Here we go. Smaller scissors for smaller jobs. There we go. Clip that off. And I'm going to just start out with a square on this one. Put that piece off to the side. Put this piece in the back of our little house. Kind of wedge it in there. Pull the backing off of it. And I'm going to add a dot of glue just for stability purposes. And I don't trust the sticky on anything. And now we can glue our little house right there. And we'll pull the backing off of this one. Add a little dot of glue. And we'll put this little house right there. Okay. And I'm going to move everything out of the way that we didn't use because we're going to look at everything that we've made today because I think we did an awesome job. So we made our little booklet and then we made a whole bunch of embellishment things. And let's see, pull this in. There we go. And I will get the camera to focus on it. And we made this one with the butterfly on it. Okay, is that everything? Oh, no, we got this one up here being clamped, which should be fine now. Yep, the house is on there. We'll just put it over here. So there's what we've made today. We got the book. We got embellishments in our book. We made this embellishment, and it's on the cover of our book. And then we have this embellishment, which is also in the book. We put a little tag in here. We quickly made somewhere as a belly band. Oh, it's back here. Made a belly band. We can put a tag under. And then we put these pockets and we decorated these pockets. And it's not wanting to stick. Okay. And then we also made all of these little embellishments. So, and you see how when we put the book together, we just grabbed one of the ones we had made and put it on the cover. The same thing when you're decorating your tags that you make and anything like that. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Thank you for coming. So when you're decorating your tags that you make, just from cut out, like, here's an example. I have this tag made. I could take something like this and embellish this tag. And that actually goes really good with that. I could just put it on there and that's done. And then poke my hole in it, use it in a book, put it in a Happy Mail, something like that. So, and then on the back, it's just coffee dyed. But yeah, we could do stuff like that. So these are embellishments that are made now that we have in our stash to use on things that we make. So I was looking to see. I have these. I just dropped a flower in my floor. I have these tags that are made. So we could put something like this little bee charm. Well, that's a paper clip. We could put like this on here or something, which that doesn't really go together, but you get the idea, I think. So just having the little clusters that you can put on things. Like yesterday when we got offline, I made more of these kind of things. I have enough of this stuff made now that I have a good start on a journal, which I will be making from that kit. And then there's this file folder. I could make another little booklet from this file folder. And there's some more embellishments that we made yesterday. So just having stuff like this in your stash, which is what this series is about. You need all the help you can get, Deborah? See you tomorrow. Hopefully I won't have a computer. Now I'm looking for my notebook so I can tell you all what C is. And I know where it is. That's just I'm going to make a craft lynch to get it out. Maybe not. So C. Uh-oh. Please tell me my list is still in this notebook. Well, maybe this isn't the right notebook. Oh, no. Oh, nope, it's not the right one. Here's the right one next to me also. C is Oh, great, y'all. Clip ideas. Now, when I'm talking clips, we're not going to just do paper clips. We're also going to work on some of these little bulldog clips. I'm looking for my little teeny tiny clothespins. Are they in here? Yes. My husband got me these itsy bitsy teensy tiny clothespins from Dollar Tree. So we're going to work on those. I don't know what we're going to do with those. Out for those. Clothespins, the bulldog clips. These clips, I've seen people alter these. So tomorrow is clips of all kinds. And like I said, I'm not so sure what we're doing with the clips, but we're going to work on it. Paper clips are easy for me. I got tons of paper clip ideas, but I wanted to come up with other things that we could do, like these, the little clothespin clips, and that kind of thing. And other things to do with paper clips besides just, because there's like tie ribbon at the end of them, which I have some like that. You could put, so we're going to go over all this tomorrow, but there's tons of things you can do with a paper clip like this. We could wire wrap the end, bend the ends around and attach a charm, just all kind of things. So we're going to work on clip ideas tomorrow. Unless you all can suggest another C. I couldn't come up with another C, and I know I already have a bunch of clip stuff on the channel. So I'm open. If y'all have another C thing that you want to have explored, type it in, let me know. We can change stuff. So it's either going to be clips or an idea from you guys. And Brenda has lots of ideas. Okay, so we have the little booklet that we made today during our booklets and bugs. Why is that stuck? Now I need to trim again. During our booklet and bugs section, boy, that just really stuck to everything. Oh, because it went over the edge of the paper. Well, now it should be dry and good. But I do need to trim it. Or wait, we'll see. We have a little tuck spot here. We can put something. We'll put one of these little flower cards for now. Our little pockets. We can tuck stuff in the pockets. Find something else to tuck in a pocket. And then we have our belly band. And I think that's all that we did to this, other than we have the pockets, because we used an envelope on the ends. A C, Brenda, besides clips. You got any ideas for C besides clips? Because we can do clips. Clips is what I had planned for C. Now, in June, I do want to start the iCat a day thing. So probably sometime next week, I'm going to take a break from the series, or I may just do a recorded on how to put the book together, the iCat book. That would be an idea, that we would keep the series going and I could do a recorded on the iCat. And that is so out of focus. Let's see what we can do. That helped a little bit. Try one more jump. That is so much better looking on my phone now. Do one more. Did I lose everybody? Thank you, Deborah. So here's what I think we should do. Let's see. How many does it say we have today? As part of the year, we only have 4 left. Ooh, color combos using a comb. Collage. I like collaged clusters because I have stuff we could collage with, printed out like that were misprints and stuff. That could be cool. And just pick something to collage on instead of a big sheet of paper, like small scraplets, like this, and make a small, tiny collage. That's an idea. I kind of like that. So I think we're going to go with collage clusters, and thank you, Brenda, because we do clips. And we'll still work on these. I like collaged clusters. That will be the C for tomorrow. It shows that I have 4 in chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the random number generator. Everybody put a number in from 1 to 4, please. And I'm going to give away the little booklet. And y'all stayed to the end, so. And let me pull up the random number generator on my phone. And it's still here from yesterday, and we want 1 to 4. I guess we have 1 not playing. That's fine. So I'll change it to 1 to 3. Okay. Everybody ready? And let me put this, I'm trying to get this to where you can see. Generate. And it is 3. And that is Deborah. Yay, Deborah. So, Deborah, I'm going to need your address. Are you still in the vlog, Deborah? Because I can get it from there if you are. Crayons melted for flower centers. Okay, I can get your mail from there. I'm mailing on Saturday. So all the giveaways from yesterday and this one. There will be a gift, just so those who are here, there will be a giveaway tomorrow as well. It's my anniversary week. Okay, if it's not Deborah, I can message you through Facebook Messenger. Because I think we were swap partners last year, so yeah, we were. So I can get it. Let me pull back up the Facebook or the chat on here. And let me make a note to paper. See, that happened with my phone all day yesterday. I'm going to turn it the other direction. Let me paperclip a note to here. I'll just put it in the pocket. Deborah, when I find a pen to write with. Or a pencil. Pencil works. Oh, here's my pen. And I'm going to put this in the little pocket. This all the prizes will get mailed out on Saturday. You're so welcome. And I appreciate y'all staying and watching and coming in every time I go live or being here when I'm live and that kind of thing. I do appreciate it. Like I said yesterday, y'all are what makes the channel. But I think I'm going to do the iCAD recorded, making the iCAD book, and because it's going to involve the jelly plating and stuff. I do not, Brenda. Candle wicking. No, I don't. I've heard of candle wicking, but I have no idea how to do candle wicking. And now my desk is a mess that I have to get all cleaned up before tomorrow. So we will do the small collages on like the scrap papers. So I think that's a good idea. I'll pull out all these little scrap bits, and I have other scrap bits, and we'll make little collages on these. We may color them too. Some, make the backgrounds more colorful than this. Yep. And I know what that means for this video. I can bet on it. But anyway. So tomorrow we will use these little scraplets, and we will make collage. I think that's an idea. And I have scraps of paper that just cut offs. Like, well, now these are cards, so I probably wouldn't want to use these. But like, this is supposed to be a tag. But wouldn't that make a pretty collaged bit? On a paper. So anything you have like this, there's this little cutoff. So we have this little cutoff, but we are already using that as a background. So cutoff bits. And I have a whole bin of cutoff bits that I only allow myself to save while my bin is full. So now I can empty my bin and start over. That would be an idea. So yep, we'll do collage stuff tomorrow. And like this little piece of matte paper, that would be cool. So yeah, that's tomorrow though. And then we made all this today, and Deb won our book. So there'll be something given away tomorrow. I don't know what, but there'll be something. So y'all be sure and come tomorrow. It should be at 9. Now let me ask you guys this, because you all are the ones that are here. Is 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock better? Eastern time. Because I can do it either way. I just couldn't get up this morning, to be honest. I'm on Central Time. Ooh, another little scrappy paper. So is 9 or 10 Central better for you, Deborah? I know Brenda's on Eastern. Joe's Eastern. Most people are Eastern time, which is why I put everything in Eastern time. 10? Okay. Brenda can adjust her nap schedule. Brenda, you are so funny. And Teresa, what about you? Because you're Pacific. So 10 here is 8 for you. So if I move it to 10 o'clock my time, which would be 8 in the morning your time, does that work better for you, Teresa? I'm trying to get it to where we can all get out, get together at a consistent time and stuff. Ooh, you're up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Bless your heart. So you're like Brenda, you can adjust. Okay. Cool. And I know Joe gets up, her bird gets her up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Or change it to 10 tomorrow, 11 Eastern. And see how that works. Because that works better for me, really. I am not a morning person, you guys. I'm really not. I'm trying to be, though. I'm trying hard. I'm so trying to be a morning person. Oh, yeah. So I will put it in my Foxy's Facebook group, Foxy's Followers Secret group. I also posted on the Foxy's Creations Facebook page. Teresa, if you don't mind, I can post it in your group if that's okay. I try not to really post in other groups without talking to the group owner. Okay, cool. I'll put it in your group then too. So that's what we'll do tomorrow morning. It'll be 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 Eastern. And I thank you guys so much for coming, and y'all have a great day. Bye, everybody. Oh, I know. I'm still here. And yeah, Deborah, Mary goes early. Okay, bye, everybody.